So your motherboard comes in a box, in an anti-static bag, and has instructions and other stuff. You want to get the motherboard out of the bag and put the bag on the box and use the box to assemble parts onto your motherboard. This is the motherboard. That's where your CPU goes. These are your RAM slots. These pins hold the RAM in place. As always, the RAM has a break in the middle that only fits one way. This is your in and out where your cables connect. This is your graphics card slot here. You push that down and then you assemble your graphics card into that slot. Don't do that till it's in the case though. This is the M.2 slot. We'll open that up. This one's got a cover on it, but yours probably doesn't. So the M.2 drive has a little thing that fits in here that the drive slots into, and it has these standoffs at different lengths. Your board might only have one standoff, or the standoff might be in the fitted hardware, and you need to fit the M.2 drive. It fits into there. Right, and then it sticks up a bit like that. And then you just make sure it's seated correctly, and then it pops down and the screw goes in and holds it flat. But it will normally just sit up like that. Inside your CPU box, you have your CPU and the cooler. So your CPU has got all the pins on it. On the bottom, if you bend any of those, it's game over. On one corner here, it's got this little gold square, and that matches up with the little square triangle on the right there on the socket. So to mount it, you pull this back, and then you fit the CPU onto the socket with the square, with the triangles matching up like that. So there's no pressure, it just pops on, and then you'll feel it seat into place, and it's down and on and in, and the triangles matched up, and then you just push the clamp in and click it under there like that. Installed. So for this round cooler, we're going to need to take these two brackets off, this one and this one, with a Phillips head screwdriver, and it should just leave holes like that for this to screw in. And it just screws into the same holes that this one came out of, and then that USB header goes into here. Fit the RAM in the slot. Push one end in, and then the other end in, and it just clicks down, and the little tab pops up. So this one is down, and this one is up. So the fan header goes on these little 4 pins here. There's a tab in there, and there's 2 lines on the plug. So it just goes in, and the lines on the plug line up with the tab, and you push it on. So now we've got the CPU and the cooler assembled. The hard drive goes in here. That's assembled, and we've got our RAM assembled. So that's ready to go into the case pretty much. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do. Your board might have 4 slots for RAM, in which case we'll go through the instruction manual and it'll tell you which two slots are the best two slots to put your RAM into. This board only has two.